As we enter a whole new day and week in trade, let's take a look at the global cues over the weekend. Now, stock futures are higher in America right now, following the best week we've seen for equities since November. Futures in the Dow were up over 100 points. Nasdaq and S&P futures were also up around 0.4% each. Last week, the S&P closed at a record high. S&P posted its fifth straight positive session for the first time since August. So really, we are now really accelerating the advancement. The Dow is also on the longest daily winning streak since August. The Nasdaq posted its fourth positive session in a row on Friday. And the tech-heavy index also closed at a record high. So US stocks, record highs, futures also trending positively as of Monday morning. Now, Asia, despite all the strong cues from America, is a bit weak or mixed this morning. That's because the Kospi, which is the best performing index in Korea and in Asia Pacific of late, has actually dipped 0.90% at open in early trade. However, if you look at Japanese Nikkei, it's up over 1.5%. Australia's up around 0.6%. That's the S&P ASX 200. And the Topix in Japan is also up 1.6%. Now, an interesting thing which happened in Asia Pacific region is the Chinese administration has announced a new anti-monopoly set of rules against big tech firms that is going to create certain limitations. So, of course, companies like Alibaba, Tencent, JD.com might be affected by this ruling. So we need to keep an eye out for them. And basically, it's going to be more regulation for the tech stocks. Now, European stocks closed mixed on Friday. The stock 600 was flat in Europe. Banking stocks were up over 1%. BNP Paribas did particularly well. Telecom stocks, however, were down 0.8%. And for the week, the index closed up 3.45%, aided by a week-long rally in Italian assets. So the Italian MIB, I believe, is doing very well and has done very well over the last week. Now, coming to commodities, switching away from equities, oil and gold. Oil prices nearly hit $60 on Friday. So it just shows what a comeback there's been. Of course, OPEC supply cut, fall in US crude inventories, which is aiding all of this. Brent closed the day out nearly 1% higher at $59.34 per barrel, so just below 60. And then US WTI was 1.1% higher at 56.85, so just below 57. The contracts are both posting their highest levels since January and have posted their best weeks since October. Now, gold also made a bit of a comeback. It had slid below that $1,800 mark. So spot gold was up over 1% on Friday at $1,810.26 per ounce. US gold futures settled up $1.2 at $1,813 per ounce. Of course, numerous things in the offing that are going to impact gold prices, but a weaker dollar for one, or a retreat in the dollar is what flagged off this slight spike in prices on Friday. Let's see how they hold up the rest of this week. And those were the global cues for this fresh week and Monday morning.